The 2024 election is over, the dust has settled, and Donald Trump is back in the White House once again. It was a hard-fought campaign, one that exposed deep divisions in the American electorate, revealing stark contrasts. But in the end, Trump emerged victorious, defying the pundits and pollsters who predicted his defeat. Now, as he embarks on his second term, the question on everyone's mind is, what does Trump have planned for America? What will a second Trump term look like? What changes will he bring? One thing is for sure, it won't be business as usual in Washington. From the moment victory was declared, the atmosphere was electric, filled with the promise of change and a new direction. President Trump moved swiftly to assemble his team, wasting no time in setting the stage for his ambitious plans. This team, a carefully selected group of advisors and confidants, is who he's relying on to enact his vision for a transformative second term. These aren't just cabinet picks, they're statements of intent, each one signaling a specific agenda. Each appointment is a carefully chosen piece in a much larger puzzle, a strategic move designed to reshape the landscape of American governance. This puzzle is one designed to shake up the very foundations of Washington, challenging the status quo at every turn. Take his choice for Secretary of Defense, for example. This isn't someone content with maintaining the status quo. This is a leader with a vision for radical change. This is an individual who has openly called for a purge of military leadership, aiming to remove those he believes are hindering progress. Specifically targeting those he deems as pushing woke policies, this choice sends a clear message. It's a clear signal. The armed forces are not immune to Trump's brand of reform, and significant changes are on the horizon. Then there's the Department of Health and Human Services, a critical area for Trump's reform agenda. Now, under the leadership of Robert F. Kennedy Jr., a figure known for his controversial views. Kennedy, a known vaccine skeptic, has already made waves with his bold statements and promises. He has wasted no time in promising to clear out corruption within America's health agencies, a move that has garnered both support and criticism. He's even gone so far as to suggest entire departments within the FDA could be on the chopping block, indicating a sweeping overhaul. It's a level of bureaucratic upheaval rarely seen in modern American politics, signaling a new era of governance. But perhaps the most striking example of Trump's approach is the newly formed Department of Government Efficiency, a bold and unprecedented move, headed by a duo that could only be described as unconventional tech titan Elon Musk and biotech entrepreneur Vivek Ramaswamy. This department is set to break new ground. This department has a singular focus: cut costs. Their mandate is sweeping, with the goal of making the federal government more efficient and less burdensome. Tasked with slashing regulations and finding efficiencies across the entire federal government, their work is cut out for them. The message is clear. Trump's second term will be about bold action, decisive moves, and a willingness to disrupt the norm. And he's surrounded himself with individuals who share his appetite for disruption, ensuring that his vision for America is carried out with vigor and determination. For any president, the relationship with Congress can be the difference between ambition and achievement. In Trump's case, he enters his second term with a distinct advantage: a Republican-controlled House and Senate. It's a dynamic that's crucial to understanding the potential impact of the next 4 years. The synergy between the executive and legislative branches. This isn't just about having allies in key positions, it's about having the votes. The power to pass legislation. With both chambers of Congress on his side, Trump has a clear path to enacting his legislative agenda. This means bills that previously faced roadblocks, bogged down in committees or defeated by opposing votes, now have a much smoother path to becoming law. This control over the legislative branch gives Trump a level of freedom and flexibility few presidents enjoy. He's no longer beholden to the whims of a divided Congress or forced into endless negotiations to secure even the smallest of victories. This is a Congress that, for the most part, shares his vision for America, the alignment. And while there may be disagreements on specific policies or approaches, the underlying philosophy remains aligned. This alignment is particularly important when it comes to key issues like immigration, healthcare, and the economy. These are areas where Trump has made his intentions clear, and with a supportive Congress, he has the opportunity to make significant, lasting changes. The next 4 years could see a series of transformative policies that reshape the American landscape. From economic reforms aimed at boosting growth to healthcare policies designed to overhaul the current system, the potential for impactful legislation is immense. Immigration policies, too, are likely to see significant changes, reflecting Trump's long-standing priorities. With a Congress that largely supports his vision, The stage is set for a period of substantial legislative activity. The coming years will be a critical time for the administration to capitalize on this unique alignment of political power. The stakes have never been higher. The nation stands at a crossroads, with the future of its democracy hanging in the balance. With a team of loyalists by his side and a Congress primed to enact his agenda, the administration is gearing up for significant changes. President Trump is poised to reshape the very fabric of American governance, aiming to leave a lasting legacy. His supporters are energized, confident that he will finally be able to deliver on the promises he made during his first term. They believe in his vision for the country. His detractors, however, are watching with a mix of apprehension and disbelief, worried about the potential consequences of his policies. They fear that he will use his newfound power to further divide the country and erode democratic norms, creating an even more polarized society. One thing is certain: the next 4 years will be anything but predictable. The nation braces itself for a turbulent journey ahead.